Hello everyone. Today we try to optimize the assignment of production batches to machines. The problem has 10 sets of batches which are to be manufactured in 5 machines. The cost of manufacturing of each batch in each of the machine is given as below. The duration of production of each batch in each of these machines are given as below. And the capacity of each machine in terms of the duration is given as below. So the problem is that we have to produce all the batches in those particular machines to minimize the total production cost, keeping in mind the constraint of capacity for each machine. So we need to find out which machines should each batch be executed to minimize the total cost of production. We define the set of I as all the machines and J as the set of all batches. We are identifying a variable x which denotes if a batch j is produced in machine I. So xij will always be only be equal to 1 if and only if the batch j is produced by machine I. Also, there is a capacity variable cap for the capacity of each machine, and then the duration of the batch j running in machine I is defined by the variable d and the cost of production by variable c. Now we look at a mathematical this problem we try to solve in Excel. So we open this model where I have defined the data that is posted in the problem, where we have the cost of production of each batch against each of the machines. We have the duration in each of the machines for each of the batches. And then finally, we have a set where we define the decision variable xij for each set of production batches. So if we can say these are batches, and also these are the batches. So what we say is that we define this xij variable for each pair of batch I and machine j. So what we want to look at is that we also have defined this matrix in Excel where we are defining this cell as the multiplication of the duration multiplied by the whether the batch has been assigned to that machine. So how do we solve this problem is that we assign some product function, since the we are trying to minimize the cost. So cost will be a function of the cost of Cij and the assignment, whether that batch is assigned in the machine I. Now we define is we go to the solver and we define the constraints. So the first constraint is we are trying to minimize, and we are trying to change these assignment variables. The first constraint is that all the batches has to be manufactured. So we have defined this column, this row as the sum. So the sum of each of the columns for all the machines should be equals to 1. So we add this constraint where we say that all these should be equals to the this one or the or 1. We also have to also specify this column, which is the sum of all these rows for each of the machines, should be less than or equals to the capacity of the machine. So we define this as less than equals to the capacity of these machines. And we also add another constraint where this is a decision variable, so this should be equals to this is a binary variables. So we click on OK. We change the solver to simplex LP and solve it. So we find that we have a solution where the assignment is given as follows. I'll highlight them. This is what the assignment the solver has proposed, which where we can interpret the result as that the batch 1 to be produced in machine 1, batch 2 in machine 2, batch 3 in machine 3, then batch 4 in machine 5, and then batch 5 in machine 2, batch 6 and 7 in machine 4, and then batch 8 in machine 3, 9 in machine 1, and 10 in machine 4. The minimum cost would be 173, and then this is the solution of this assignment problem. Now going back to the formulation, what we will do is that we will look at the formulation where we define the constraints and then the objective function. So our constraints is that for all our each batch J is assigned to a single machine only. So what does this mean is that each of these batches to be assigned only a single machine. So that means the constraint that we have put in here, that this sum should be equals to 1, is to be applied. So this is the expression to express this constraint, where we are saying that for each of the machines, the summation of the assignment should be equals to 1 for all the batches. The next constraint would be that the capacity constraint of each machine should be adhered to. So the duration of all the batches produced by machine I must be less than or equal to the capacity of the machine. So here we have multiplied the duration with the decision variable for all the batches for all the machine, each of the machines. Thus we define this constraint as the multiplication of the duration for each of the batches and then the assignment variable for which should be less than the capacity of each of the machines for all the machines. Our objective function would be to minimize the cost multiplied with the assignment of the batch J in machine I.
In the next video, we will see how to implement this problem in Pyomo.
We define the set of batches. We also define the set of machines. We have to define the parameter of duration. We also define the parameter of cost. We also define the parameter of capacity. We can copy from the data, its existing data. Now once this data is defined, let's go to the model. We first import the environment, define the model. We define the set of batches. We define the set of machines. We define the parameter of duration. The duration is indexed by the batches as well as the machines. We define the parameter of cost, which is also indexed by the set of the machines and the batches. We also define the parameter of capacity. Capacity is indexed by the machines. Now we define the variables. The variable is that the batch J is assigned to a particular machine I. variable will be binary. Now we define the objective function. We return the sum of the total cost multiplied by the assignment variable. We now define the constraint where we specify that each batch to be assigned a maximum to a single machine. We define the constraint for the capacity limits of machines. And this is to be defined for each of the machines. So first we will define the duration multiply with the assignment variable. And this should be less than equals to the machine capacity. So now once this model is defined, we define the solver. We specify the name of the data file. We have to see that which batch is assigned which machine. So we will iterate through the set of machines and batches and then see if there is an assignment within the assignment variable. We also print the minimum cost. When we run this, we see that the respective batches are assigned to a machine and the total cost of that, which we have earlier seen in our Excel model. So we saw that the minimum cost is 173 and the assignment is as follows. So batch 1 is assigned to machine 1, batch 2 is assigned to machine 2, and then batch 3 is assigned to machine 3, and then batch 4 is assigned to machine 5, and then batch 5 is assigned to machine 2, and batch 6 is assigned to machine 4, and batch 7 is assigned to machine 4 again, and batch 8 is assigned to machine 3, and batch 9 is assigned to machine 1, and batch 10 is assigned to machine 4. Hence, we conclude this tutorial session on assignment of batches to machines.